Hi, this is Dez Futak on day number 36 of my 90-day internet marketing challenge. I'm in the middle of a series of videos that I'm doing on developing a successful mindset in your business. And as I keep saying, keep tuned in because you may pick up some tips which might be relevant to other areas of your life. Now, another thing that I want to talk about today is developing the skills, how to develop the skills, the right skills for being an entrepreneur as opposed to being an employee. And I think one of the key skills that Robert Kiyosaki brings out in his book, Before You Quit Your Job, is the fundamental thing between the skill set differences between the two things, between employer on the one hand and entrepreneur on the other hand. The key thing is the difference between being a specialist and being a generalist. And this isn't going to be a very long video today because this is quite easy what I'm saying here, but it's an important concept that you need to have right, because if you don't have it right, what will end up happening is that you will end up trying to be the specialist in everything you do, and it will probably kill you. And if it doesn't kill you, you'll just get so worn out that you'll give up. Okay, so just if you get this right, if you get this one right, then you stand up a massive chance of overcoming the obstacles that you'll meet along the way. Okay, so what are the key differences then between being a specialist and a generalist, and why do you need to be a generalist rather than a specialist? Well, let me just give you some background here. If you've ever been to school or university, which probably means everybody watching this video, then you know that as you go through that process between the ages of 5 and 18, then 21, 23, 24, as you leave university, you become increasingly very knowledgeable about an increasingly small amount of things. And the key example of that in the academic world is if you do a PhD, you become incredibly knowledgeable about something that's very tiny. So ultimately a specialist is somebody who has a lot of knowledge, a lot of skill in a very small, narrowly defined field. Okay, so a specialist has a lot of knowledge and skill in a very small field. And obviously conversely, a generalist is somebody who has a little bit of knowledge but about a lot of different things. So there's a massive difference. A specialist has huge amounts of knowledge about a few things, whereas a generalist has a little bit of knowledge about a huge number of things. And that is the key difference between the two things. And it's very important that if you're going to become an entrepreneur, that you become a generalist and not a specialist. Okay, you need to have your fingers in lots of different pies. Some people say, oh, he's a jack of all trades and a master of none. And that is exactly what you want to be. You want to be a jack of all trades and master of none of them if you're going to be a successful entrepreneur. And obviously what you need to do is you need to form partnerships, strategic business partnerships. You need to find people who can actually do those things, those specialist things, whether it's IT or communications or legal things and cash flow specialists, and I'm going to talk more about that later in a few videos from now. But you need to find those people who've got those specialist skills that you can work with, and you just basically saying, here you are, this is you. Okay. Now obviously as an entrepreneur you need more than just that. You can't just delegate and forget. You need to be able to have that sense of leadership, and you need to have the right structure in place so that your business is going to survive. And I'll talk about that in the last of these 7 videos that I'm doing on successful mindset. Okay, so just in summary then, you need to be a generalist rather than a specialist. I'll say it one more time, a generalist rather than a specialist. And that is probably one of the key things for being a successful entrepreneur. Okay, hope you enjoy this video. Do please feedback on Twitter or Facebook, or even reply by video on YouTube. It'd be great to hear about your experience, about your successes and failures in business. And I look forward to speaking to you soon. Okay, bye for now.